Hi everyone, today I would like to show you a box that I altered. I altered this box for Bonnie, and Bonnie is sassyscrappers here on YouTube. She has a lace challenge giveaway and we are supposed to use at least 3 different kinds of laces. And this video is a video response to her challenge video, and I will put the link in the description box below so you can check it out if you haven't already. I will show you the 3 different laces that I used first. I used this one and I cut it up in several pieces and adhered it behind the flowers. So that's the first one that I used. The second one is this very small baby pink trim or lace trim, I don't know, that I used. And this is the third one that I used to go around the box. So those are my 3 laces, and I used the Prima Divine paper collection, and I adhered the paper, and I used my glossy accents to adhere the papers, and I sanded the edges, and I went over everything with snow tacks. I adhered some paper at the bottom of the box as well, and I have some flat back pearls from sassyscrappers as feet. And for the back side I used this beautiful hot air balloon image, and I have this beautiful lace all the way around and some flat back pearl trim from my stash. And this is a piece of rosette trim from my stash, and these 2 roses are from my stash as well. And this is the front side of the box. I really love this image, so I really wanted it to show, but I whitewashed it a little bit with the snow tacks. And here's a fabric flower from my stash, and I adhered a homemade rose in the center. And I made this rose as well, and this one is from my stash, and so are these fabric flowers. And here's a piece of the lace that I showed you, and this is the top of the box, and this is a Melissa Francis piece, and this is a rose from my stash. I created this cherry blossom, and here are my homemade roses and some more smaller roses from my stash. And here's another piece of the lace that I used, and here on top as well. And here's another homemade rose, and I took some pearl beaded trim and I made 2 little loops and adhered it behind this rose. And these roses I purchased from my local scrapbook store, so I didn't want to cover this side of the paper because I really love the banners and the roses. So that's my box, and I will open it to show you the inside. I have some more paper from the collection and for the inside as well, and I went over everything with snow tacks. And to adhere these pieces was a little bit difficult because I had to cut out some slits for the paper to fit, but I really like how it turned out. And it's a wooden tea box that I altered, and I'm going to fill it with some goodies, of course. So this is my box. I hope you like it, Bonnie. I had a lot of fun creating this one for you, and I also made a card to go with the box. And I thought it would be nice to create a shadow box card, and I used some pink cardstock, and I will cover this with a piece from the paper line, and I will write my personal message here. And here I have some small rosette trim from my stash to go all the way around, and I have some white flat back pearl trim that goes all the way around along the edge. Most of it got covered up, but it's there. And I fussy cut these banners out of the paper collection, and I stamped her name, Bonnie, and I adhered a paper doily in the background, and this is a homemade flower, and I was inspired for this flower by Neen and by Bona. And here's another homemade rose, and this one as well, and I have some fabric flowers from my stash as well. So this is another homemade flower, and I used the leaves that come from the flowers that I purchased at my local scrapbook store, and I adhered them on several places behind the flowers. And here are some more homemade roses, and here's another homemade flower, and I used some twine to create a little bow. And this is a Martha Stewart butterfly that I punched out a sheet of the paper collection. So this is my shadow box card, and this is the box, and I will send it to you, Bonnie, and I really hope you like what I created for you. And thank you so much for hosting such a fun challenge. I think it's not a very hard job to use 3 different kinds of laces on your projects. I think most of us already like to use a lot of laces on our projects. So thank you so much for hosting this challenge, and I want to thank you all so much for watching and for your wonderful support and your sweet comments. It totally makes my day when I read them, and they always put a big smile on my face. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!